What's going on, everybody? Come back and I'm going to give you a rundown of some parts and pieces I keep in my car for winter and for emergencies. Some of this stuff may help you out, so come back and check it out. Alright guys, this is Patrick, Minton Outdoors. Had to clean the car out because she's getting some major work done on her. When I say she's getting some major work done on her, it's probably going to have an engine. Now that's sad, and it sucks, and it's going to be a lot of money, but it basically was not my fault. Basically what happened is the water pump gave up that's inside the engine, dumped all the antifreeze inside the engine, and if anybody's mechanical enough to know, when a water pump that's internal gives up and dumps all of its antifreeze in the bottom of the engine, you know what it does. It ruins bearings. So, go donate a bunch of money to my Patreon account. Just kidding. Send me checks and money. Just joking. But I thought right now would be a good time to show you some parts and pieces I keep in my car for emergency reasons. Number one, I keep an old pair of boots. These are a waterproof pair of boots, and I keep them waterproof. Add waterproofing to them. But they're just a pair of Wrangler workwear insulated boots. They're nothing special. I mean, I've worn them quite a bit, but I just keep these in my car, and I keep a pair of socks to go with them. I actually keep a pair of wool socks to go with them so that my feet are warm. But that's the first thing I keep in there. Second thing I keep in there is this shovel, and you've seen the video for the shovel, but I keep this in there. You never know when you're going to need it. It has come in handy several times already, and I did have to do a little digging with it. I cleared out a little spot in front of somebody's back door so they could get in and out of their back door because they don't use their front. So anyway, it came in handy for that. The next thing I keep is a Stanley Fat Max, is what it's called. This thing has got many uses for it with it. Pry bar here, remove nails here, another type of prying tool here, and big hammer. Overall, the weight on this thing is heavy as it can be. You can bust a door down with it if you need to. That's one of the reasons why I keep it. Is if I have to, try and get it in somebody's house on fire or something, by God, by the time I get through, their doorway is going to look like war happened, and I'll beat the crap out of it. Anyway, so that's another one that I keep in the car. Another thing I keep in the car. Everybody should have one of these in their car. It's just a 10 by 10 tarp. This one's camouflage. It was found at Harbor Freight. I picked it up, and I've used it 3 times already. The next thing I keep in my car, of course, is a get home bag. I've been over this bag. Of course, this bag also has, let me tilt up a little bit, sorry. It also has a seatbelt cutter attached to it. This is the Leatherman Z-Rex seatbelt cutter with interchangeable blade. I keep that in there. And of course, my get home stuff, trauma kit. Where's the trauma kit? Here's the trauma kit. So I keep essentials in there. Plus, this thing has a way of having drinking water with you as you're walking. My wife made fun of this. A pack of toilet paper. I keep a pack of toilet paper in my car at all times. 6 rolls. Cheap stuff. Well, actually it's Quilted Northern, so it's not really cheap, but keeping a pack of toilet paper in your car, you never know. The next thing, a wool blanket. I keep a wool blanket in my car. Let me get this back down here where you can see. I keep this wool blanket in my car at all times. I have used it many times. Gone camping and the temperature gets cooler than it's supposed to, and my sleeping bag only goes down so far, so I get this, put it on top of the sleeping bag, extra warmth. Another thing I keep in my car, trekking pole. Somebody's going, why would you keep a trekking pole in your car? what if you had to walk? What if you had to walk very far? I like having a tracking pole. It's just the one, but you know what? One's better than none. I keep this in the car. It's adjustable. It's a Yukon Charlie's. It's a good tracking pole. It didn't have a little cover on it. I threw the cover away because that's what happens usually. They break and fall off. Next two things that stays in my car. One is a major first aid kit. This has got Israeli bandages. This has got quick clot. It's got normal bandages, gloves, CPR masks, all kinds of gauze, everything you can imagine. Then I keep this in my car. This idea came from Such over on Such's channel. I think it's was there in his prepping channel too. But this is keep in truck, or keep in car, or keep in whatever. And this has got, if I can get it open, it's been sealed up for a little while. This got all kinds of neat stuff in it, bandana. It's got these gloves in it. Like I said, I hadn't had this out in a while. It's got a fire kit, shoestrings. I've got hand warmers, an old flashlight that works pretty good, not really. Then I've got road flares, in case you need road flares. I have ammunition in that bag. 9mm, 380. I try to keep a couple different pistol ones. There's some wet wipes. Right here I got the poncho, a reflective blanket. I also have more fire starting capabilities. This cheapo knife, which I can pull it out, and if I need to cut up some stuff, and I've got it sharpened pretty good, so I actually sat here and worked with it with the Lansky and got it pretty damn sharp. Then I also keep strike anywhere matches in there, so they're in this. They're not going to get ruined or anything. It's rubber sealant. So anyway, that's what I keep in my car. This stuff stays in the car all the time. You know, have I had to use very much of it? Yeah, I've used quite a bit of it actually. So it would come in handy. This I try to stay out of. Like I said, I don't have much, but I mean, there's a few rounds of ammo, 9mm vacuum sealed. Stays in the car. I got 380 and I got 9mm. I probably need to change that out since I don't have a 380 in my car no more. I don't carry a 380 of any kind anymore. So I might need to change that out and put some 45 in it, because I do have a 1911. But I definitely have a 9mm, and that's just enough that, you know, backup ammo in case I needed it. Alright guys, well, this is Patrick Mitchin Outdoors. This is just a look at some of the things I keep in my car for just in case purposes. Hit like, subscribe, share the video. If you got any ideas of things that you saw that probably needs to change or might add or might subtract, let me know. Like I said, this first aid kit's loaded to the gills with first aid stuff in it. It even has a pair of shears. So, alright guys, this is Patrick, Mitchin Outdoors. Be prepared.